And a very good day, ladies and gentlemen. Your cruise director Ray with our celebrity profiles today. Our very special guest, Dorothy Bishop. Dorothy, thanks for being here.
Hi. Oh, my pleasure.
You flew in from Tahiti, ladies and gentlemen.
I flew in from Tahiti.
Just in from Tahiti. She doesn't even have to go on stage, just with that in the credit. I think that should be enough to have a performance. Nice to have you here, first of all.
It's great to be here.
Welcome to the Star.
Really great to be here. Thank you.
Have you been on this
beautiful show?
Have you been on the Star before? Or
I
first time?
haven't. This is my first time here.
Your first taste of the Star.
So you've seen me wandering around, probably looking very lost.
That's okay. A lot of our guests look that way as well. I don't know if you know, and they've been on over a week, so they have no excuses. No excuses. Dorothy, tonight's show, it's kind of a combination of music, correct?
Yes.
It's kind of pop, kind of opera.
Yes.
Kind of modern.
A little bit of a mix.
So-
I'm a classically trained soprano. I was a very serious classical singer for about 10 years. But I always snuck away to the side in order to pay the bills, and I sang rock and roll, and I sang in the karaoke bars, and I sang in cabaret clubs in New York City. So I was always kind of sneaking away and singing other types of music. And so tonight I'm going to sing a little bit of everything. But I do sing some opera for you opera fans, but don't get nervous if you're an opera hater. I do all different types of music.
No haters on the Star?
No opera haters.
This is a Star. This is a Star. There's no haters. Dylan, have you seen any haters out there this week? None. Did you see that?
Well, The Illusionist did a very wonderful opera the other night, so I know that there are some opera fans. He did a little taste of opera there. I enjoyed that very much.
It's true, but yours isn't that type. Yours is more, I think that there's a classical term we call pop opera.
Pop opera, yes.
Is it popra or pop opera?
I call it popra.
Popra?
You can,
Makes sense.
Right.
No hip hop though, right?
No. No hip hop, but don't tempt me, because I like to try everything.
You know that song "Low"? That's one of my favorites. How about the Justin Bieber?
Low?
You know, apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Dylan, you know what I'm talking about.
I think I know that one.
They played that in your neighborhood, correct? Yeah. Yeah. Dylan loves the apple bottom jeans. What about this Justin Bieber thing? What's this all about?
Is he singing opera now?
No, but I mean, he's like massive. What
is
is he,
massive.
like 12?
He's cute. Well, the kids love him.
He's got the hair thing?
He's not really my type, but I don't want to go to prison.
Kids love him. Kids love him.
Kids love him.
My 7-year-old, I'm shelling out like $300 for her to see him.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
He is definitely the it guy.
I don't get it.
For now. I don't really get it.
I think I picked the wrong career.
Yeah, well.
Okay, enough about Bieber. We can only talk about Bieber so much in an interview. How did you get into singing? How does one become a singer? Where did you go to school?
Well, I trained in undergraduate. I went to Florida State University. Go Seminoles. Any football fans?
That's this.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
So
Hardcore
obnoxious.
football.
So obnoxious. All game. Went to a game against them. Hated it.
Hardcore football school.
Those are like those bamboozle things, or what are they called?
Bamboozle things?
What are those in the World Cup? Remember the Vuvuzela or whatever. Florida State, same thing. It's like the Braves. A lot of Braves do it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, enough of that.
So I was actually in theater for undergrad.
At Florida State.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I left school and I became interested in my voice and my opera. My voice teacher was like, you have a really big voice, you should train in opera. And I just kind of stumbled into it and I loved it. So I got a scholarship to Yale University.
You know, I left school as well.
You left
not
school?
by my choice.
You were kicked out?
I don't like to say kicked out.
You
I
went
say
to cruise director
temporarily
school.
placed otherwise. Something. I was,
You were temporarily
went to cruise
placed.
director school. It's an online course. I don't know if you've seen it. It's Craigslist. You know, nice little link. And everything worked out.
$99.
$99. Yeah, that's true.
Take credit cards.
I got a certificate somewhere in my office. It's pretty nice. They can email me a new one anytime I need one. It's kind of nice. Okay, so it's not the same as Yale. Okay.
It's, well, you know, like I said, I got into Yale for my talent, not my brains necessarily. But yeah, I graduated.
Nice.
And then I went straight to New York.
Like that's like kind of, if you're a performer, I think that's everybody's dream.
Yeah,
New York.
to go to New York.
Or performers from England, like the West End. They have to do the theater, the West End, the Broadway. How long did you waitress a long time before?
I waitressed, I bartended. I'm not ashamed.
No, but that's normal.
I temped.
That's like in LA when you meet someone, you're an actor. Really, what restaurant are you working at?
Yeah, I did a lot of crazy jobs in between. I did singing telegrams.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Any crazy stories about that?
Crazy story. Well, I got pinched a couple times because I had to sit in the guy's laps, and you know.
You sure that was a singing telegram?
I was wondering why I got paid extra for that one.
Telegram. Singing telegram. Okay. So how long before you went to New York did you hit the big stage?
Let's see. I guess my first big break was I got Broadway show called Masterclass with Faye Dunaway was the leading lady, and I worked with her for 14 months, and that was about 7 years after being in New York.
Yeah.
So I did other stuff. I would get work, but the part in Masterclass was I played a young opera singer.
Very good.
So I got to the reason I got the role was because I was a decent actress, but I had this big opera voice. So.
Very nice.
So
now we've gone full circle. We've gone from
singing
FSU.
telegrams.
We've gone from SSU to Yale. Pardon me, Yale.
Yes.
Yale. Is that right? Yale.
The story of my life.
Yale.
Yes.
To sitting in some guy's strange lap and
Singing,
getting pinched.
yes.
To the big stage on Broadway to now here on the Star.
Right.
What do you think of Shipped?
I
How's Shipped life?
Well, the thing is, in New York City, I sang opera for 10 years, and then I decided that I really loved to mix it up because before I went to college, I was actually a rock and roll singer in a band.
Really?
Yes.
Which band?
So we were called Sybil.
Sybil. It's kind of so it kind of had two sides to it, or
it was because we had 7 different personalities, and you remember the Sally Field movie, Sybil?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We thought that was really cool.
CBGB type of band, or what kind of band was
It
it?
was rock and roll, yeah.
Did you play?
I sang Heart and Fleetwood Mac and Linda Ronstadt.
Ann Wilson fan then?
I love Ann Wilson.
Seattle girl.
She's one of my favorite singers.
My hometown.
Oh my God, they're back on tour too.
Yeah, they
They're
are.
back on tour.
Yeah,
So.
I think they were Cheap Trick or something like that.
Yeah,
Drew
I don't know
or
if they
something.
were with Cheap
I don't know.
Trick,
I
but they
don't
were in
know.
New York at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
How'd it
just
go?
recently. I didn't see it. I was on a ship.
They say
I
her
missed
voice
it.
is as pure as ever.
Yeah, I believe it. She's amazing.
Okay, so did you ever play CBGBs?
So I never played CBGBs. This was actually where I grew up, which is in Florida. I'm from the South.
Okay.
So this was in North Florida. Hardcore, we played the beer halls of
yes.
North Florida.
Yeah, that's the places with the chain link fence in front of the stage, right? In case they throw something, one of those places?
Yes, exactly.
Did you
So,
ever play Jekyll Island? Did you ever play up there?
No, I never played Jekyll Island. I know Jekyll Island.
Yeah, it's outside of Jacksonville.
Yeah, they have a theater there, but it's
Jekyll
like
Island.
a real theater.
That's
Yeah.
why I asked if you played Jekyll
No,
Island.
we were like in bars.
Oh.
in clubs.
Classy crowd.
Yeah.
More of a
Screaming rock and rollers, motorcycle gangs. Yeah. So I go back to a little bit of that in my show tonight.
So once again, we go
a
back
little
to
bit
the
of rock
singing
and roll,
telegrams.
But I'm also going to sing opera.
Singing opera. Okay, opera.
And I do some Broadway.
Okay.
So, and I do some classics. So, Dusty Springfield, Nancy Sinatra,
Nice.
some classics.
Nice.
So,
Our English guests love the Dusty Springfield.
oh yeah, Dusty's awesome.
She's a legend.
Yeah, she is a legend.
Who were your icons growing up? Like I have favorite, favorite cruise directors.
Well, Ann Wilson,
Ann
favorite
Wilson.
cruise directors. You, Gary.
Gary's one of my favorites.
I called him Gary when I got on board because I was half asleep and
Because she just came in from
I was
Tahiti.
a little bit confused.
We just came in from
So
Mexico.
I made a great first impression.
That's
Gary.
okay. No, not at all. I've been called, like I told you, I've been called a lot of
called
things on the ship. I gave out my number this cruise to the guests. I'm starting to get prank calls.
You are.
But what the guests don't realize is their number comes up on the phone.
Oh, right.
So I prank call them back.
Oh, right.
So it's kind of fun. We're having a little game. And they don't know it's me because I have a voice like this. You all room service? Like that's what I do. And it's like 3 in the morning.
Yours says private number.
Right, it does. I have a private number. I dial from a house phone when I dial them back. Wait, okay, so Ann
I'm
Wilson.
lost. Where are we? Oh, favorite. Yeah, Ann Wilson.
Favorite, hands down
Definitely
favorite.
one.
You
Well,
know-
no, I like some of the.
Can I tell you
I
something?
like some of the crooners.
She went to my high school.
Did she really?
Huh? Ann and
Seriously?
Nancy Wilson went to my high school. And
Get
then
out.
one got kicked out and went to the competing high school, Interlake and Sammamish High School in Bellevue, Washington.
What did she get kicked out for?
I don't want to talk about that.
Did it involve you?
But singing
You're too
telegrams.
young.
She was doing singing telegrams. Yeah.
But I mean, I love Barbra Streisand.
Okay.
Some of the classics. And I love Patti LuPone, who's a Broadway star. She's one of my favorites.
I'm thinking you were a rocker back in your day.
I
right?
was a rocker.
I get that feeling. There's
was
nothing
a
wrong
rocker.
with that, All of us
Some
have
of my
a dark
rocker
side.
chick comes out a little bit. Don't get nervous, just a little.
Any tattoos?
I don't have any
Okay,
tattoos.
okay.
Thank God.
I just saw
I
it.
did have my ears pierced 3 times.
Ooh. Kind of risque. Kind of risque there. Dylan's
So
ears.
I had 3.
Dylan's are pierced 3 times, right? And he's got that other
I
piercing.
see that, yeah.
But we can't show that on camera.
But I never got my nose pierced or any of that,
No.
thank God.
No. okay.
No.
What do you think of ship
my mother
audiences?
wouldn't let me.
Ship audiences. 1,000 people in here. Look at
love
this
it.
theater. Look
You
at
know
this.
what's so good? This theater is.
This is not a bar in Jacksonville.
It's so much better than the bars in Jacksonville. And also,
Pretty much anything's better than the bars in Jacksonville.
and also, I play a lot of the clubs in New York, which are really tiny and sometimes really dumpy, even the famous ones, because we don't have a lot of space in New York. So this, to me, is like a Broadway theater.
If you want to play a dumpy bar, we have the Crew Bar. You could have her come down to the
And
Crew
I'm
Bar
hoping
one
to
night.
come down and sing some karaoke at the Crew Bar later on.
I'd like that. And
Then I'll sing some Heart.
you may get pinched,
I'll
though.
sing some
in the Crew
Animals
Bar, you
and
may
I'm
get pinched. There's a lot of what happens in the Crew Bar stays in the Crew Bar, except for surveillance. Then you get thrown out, things like that.
Okay.
All right, well, we're looking forward to your show.
Thank
It's going to
you.
be a lot of fun tonight here in the
Come to my
Stardust Theater.
show.
She's only on for a limited time. That's the only bad part about these cruises. Is people come on and off throughout the voyage. So this is your only performance tonight. This is it. This is a big one.
It's now or never.
And it's going to be a lot of
Come on
fun.
out.
She's great, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss her. Dorothy Bishop tonight in the Stardust Theater for Celebrity Profiles. Your cruise director, Ray, or Gary. Have a great day on
Gary.
board. Thanks, Dorothy.
Bye. Bye.